Capricorn, how are you guys doing, man? It is time to go ahead and knock out your main monthly reading for May 2024. May 2024 for Capricorn. Let me get some good vibes in the air real quick here first. I'll try to pick a fat incense stick. All right. Okie dokie. So, for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, all the information on how you can go about doing that is down there in the description box of this video. All right. Let's jump on into this. Let me get this set up here. Okay. So, I'm actually just starting these May readings off with the person that you're interested in. Your love interest. I just want to get a real quick general energetic overview of what is happening between Capricorn and their love interest. Now, this is not somebody that you have a past history with. So if your love interest is somebody you've had a history with in the past, this is not that reading. We'll get to that one here in just a minute, okay? So let's see what's happening generally, universe. What's happening? Man, hangman, good God. This message comes out so frequently. So for those of you who don't really know a whole lot about the tarot, the hangman is not the most action-packed card in the tarot. Matter of fact, I would say that if any card has anything to do with movement, this would probably be the card with the least amount of movement in any of the fucking cards. So, not really a whole lot happening here, man. You're still waiting. Some of you, now I'm just going to kind of go out on a limb here too. Some of you may be trying to see the good in this person. Like there may be a lot of red flags with this person, and you're trying to see things from their perspective, and you're trying to understand this person. But you know what? It's kind of telling me that the more time you spend doing that, the more time you spend really trying to understand this person and their behaviors and their shady nature or whatever it is that they're doing, the more you're going to kind of start to realize that this is not somebody you need in your life. And you're going to start to realize that. So, you're trying to stick around, trying to see the good in this person, trying to understand who they are, where they're coming from, why they do what they do. Maybe they're breadcrumbing you, maybe they're stringing you along, you know. But probably I would say, probably around Gemini season, you're going to be like, nah, I'm good, bruh. I'm good. 10 of Cups reversed, 8 of Cups. You're trying not to because, see, you know that if the two of you both got on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goal, you all could have something amazing. You know that there is massive potential here. It's just getting that person on the same page with you, working on utilizing that potential. That's the hard part. It's kind of looking like you're walking away from this, man. I've been seeing a whole lot of that. A whole lot of that. Well, let's look at this person's true feelings, energy, and intentions. Let's see. Let's look at their true feelings, their true energy, their true intentions. Let's see. Capricorn's love interest. How do they really feel about you? What's their real energy actually look like? Okay, the Hierophant. Okay. Look what just fell out in my lap. The Two of Swords. So I think that a lot of you were just dealing with a very indecisive individual. Just generally. I don't think it has anything to do with you. I wouldn't take it personal. I just don't think this person really knows exactly what they want in life. I don't think so. Plus, they're still carrying the past vibrational baggage from their last relationship. And I'm holding these cards up to the camera because I know y'all hear me say that like every other fucking time. And I just want you to see, I'm not just saying it because it sounds cute. Dude, that's what comes through almost every other time. Carrying the past vibrational baggage, still very heartbroken and guarded since their last relationship came to an end. And I think, honestly, when it comes to getting into a relationship with anybody, that idea kind of scares the shit out of them. So do they feel a connection with you? Yes. But is it like an insanely intense connection that keeps them awake at night? No. The only thing that keeps this person awake at night is being afraid of settling down and committing to somebody who's going to stab them in the back again. That terrifies the shit out of this person. So, I guess let's get the advice on this. Let's see if walking away from this is even a good idea. Should you walk away from this, or is there something you can do to maybe see if we can start pushing this in a positive direction? What's the advice for Capricorn? What's the advice? Hey, Five of Wands reverse, man. So you should never have to fight for a relationship. Ever. I hear that fucking phrase being thrown around all the time. I wanted them to fight for it. Will they fight for this? Dude, you shouldn't have to be fighting for a relationship. Not fighting. Working towards it all day long. Putting forth effort, right? All fucking day, dude. But fighting for it? Do you think that the universe is so stupid that the one person it picked out to be your life partner is somebody that you would have to fight to have in your life? Wouldn't that make the universe kind of stupid? Wouldn't it? If you have to fight to keep anybody in your life, that's not somebody you need in your life. So don't fight a battle with this person. Let's see if we can do some things. Let's see if we can put forth some effort to get this rolling in a positive direction. Three of Cups. Ah, shit, man. I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room here, dude. Y'all know me. I like to bend the advice. When it comes to everything else that I read, I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't bend and twist anything. I don't stretch or exaggerate anything. I read what the fuck comes through. Like, no more, no less. However, the only thing that I'll bend and try to stretch a little bit, if I can, is the advice. Because I want to do the best that I can to try to meet you in the middle and give some things a chance and give you a little bit of your power back so that you can take control and try to consciously create what it is that you want. But man, every now and then, the advice is, I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room, dude. I really don't. This came out as the advice. Death card, 8 of Cups. Only thing you can really do is, number one, make your feelings and your intentions known. Okay? Number two, be as open, upfront, genuine, and honest with this person as you possibly can. Number three, make sure that this person knows that when they're around you, they're totally safe to let their guard down, open up, and be themselves without being judged. Make sure they know that. And be consistent. Show up, show out, Be who you say you are. Do what you say you gonna do. Have your words match up with your actions match up with your words. Say what you mean what you say. Be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. So that this person sees that you mean business and you're not playing games. If you do all that, and this person literally has all of the evidence that one could possibly ask for, that would prove to them that you're not going to do them the way the last person did them. They see all that and they still keep that guard up. Ain't nothing you can do. Deuces, later tater. That's all you can do, man. So, there wasn't a lot of wiggle room with that advice, man. There really wasn't. I try, though. I do try to bend the advice. Sometimes it just be like that, though. All right, now we're actually going to take a look at the next person coming in, whether you're ready for it or not. The next soul contract that is due to come in. Whether you know this person or not, whether you're ready for it or not. The next person the universe is bringing into your life no matter what. So that's what I mean when I say next person coming in. All right, who's the next person coming into Capricorn's life? Who's the next person coming in? Next person coming in. Woo! Happy, 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 joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. All right, one more shuffle. Last one. Emperor reversed. Okay. Woo! We got that Lover's card, though. You know what that means, right? You know what that means, right? That's your person, bro. That's your person. So it looks like a lot of you don't have any miscellaneous soul contracts due to come in. I don't see any past life karma. I don't see any bunk contracts, any more lessons that you need to learn. So you don't have any soul contracts with anybody until your person show up. So if I was you, I would be very, very picky and choosy who you connect with. Don't just be going out there and try to snatch somebody up and drag them in your life because you want to be in a relationship, because that'll get in the way and that'll block it. The next person the universe is going to bring into your life is your person. And I'm going to tell you what right now. You ain't going to be confused about how this person feels about you. You ain't going to be laying awake at night, racking your brain, trying to figure out what their intentions are. There ain't gonna be no inconsistency. Ain't gonna be no ambiguity. Ain't gonna be no hot and cold and on and off and in and out and acting one way one day, another way another day, and all that bullshit. Ain't gonna be none of that horse shit. This is the real fucking deal. You gonna know. I'm not necessarily saying you're gonna know that they are the one. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but you gonna fucking know how this person feels about you. This is going to be the start of a whole new cycle altogether. It might be a little bit, I don't really want to say scary, but like whenever you leap out into the unknown and you find yourself in a situation that's very unlike any situation you've been in before, it can be a little bit scary because it's uncharted territory, you know? Whoops, where'd it go? Bam. 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 Check it out, dude. That's your person. I don't have anything else to say. Some of you could have a Gemini headed your way. I also have Aries and Leo here. But you know it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's look at this person's energy, feelings, and intentions. What's this person's energy, feelings, and intentions? So, yeah. Look, they coming forward with a love offer. Coming forward maybe a little bit strong, maybe. It may kind of seem like they're coming across a little bit love bomby, maybe. But it ain't coming from no bad place. It's not coming from a place of manipulation. All right, one more shuffle, last one. Okay, so this person's, they recognize you at a soul level. They can tell. They can just straight up tell that y'all done had many, 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 many lifetimes together where you have played very, very close roles in each other's lives. They can tell, they can feel that. Boom. Boom. This card look familiar? This look familiar? That's your person. So, looks pretty fucking solid, man. This person ain't trying to play no games. Matter of fact, it might kind of freak them out a little bit too. Not really freak them out. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, maybe not freak them out, but then this card came out. So, okay. Might kind of scare them a little bit too, the intensity of this connection. Because they ain't never felt nothing like this before. See, you'll see when you meet your actual person that you may have felt a heavy emotional attachment. You may have felt a heavy energetic connection. But this right here grabs you up at a level that you didn't even know existed. Might scare you a little bit too. Like I know okay, so check this out. I remember shortly after I got with my person, well, first of all, it would scare the shit out of me that she would just like start talking about things that I was thinking about that had nothing to do with anything we had ever talked about. You ever just be like, your mind just starts wandering off about the most random ass shit. And you just keep it to yourself because it's just totally random and has nothing to do with anything. Then she started talking about it. Like that would start freaking me out. But I remember this one time we were at her parents' house and I was sitting down. They were cooking dinner. They were getting dinner ready. And I'm sitting down and she's up walking around in the kitchen. All of a sudden, this sharp, throbbing, sharp pain shot through my foot. And I jumped. And then a split second after I jumped, she stubbed her toe and went, ow! And I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? What kind of connection is that? Freaked me the hell out. It'll reach, man, it'll pierce through any defense mechanisms you got set up. It'll fucking make it over any walls you have up. I don't care what kind of walls you got up. That shit'll climb up over that wall and slither through your defense mechanisms and grab you straight up by the soul, dude. And this person feels it. And that could be a little bit scary to some people. That's normal. That's normal. That's absolutely normal. Okay. But, you know, pretty much just normal everyday stuff for this person. They are coming forward very strong. They still want to try to keep an eye on red flags and make sure you ain't just about a bunch of bullshit, you know. And other than that, though, man, it looks pretty solid. All right. How's the first month playing out? How is the first month playing out? How's the first month playing out? You're looking for red flags, making sure you ain't missing no red flags. You're trying to maintain, you're afraid you're going to lose yourself in this person. Yeah, this is kind of making you a little bit scared, a little bit worried, a little bit afraid that you're going to lose yourself. So you're trying really, 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 really hard for the first month to maintain a good grip on your mind. Trying really, really hard. But I'm feeling like that's not really going to be able to last very long. You are going to lose yourself in a way, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. This is going to turn you into a different version of yourself. So in a way, in a positive way, you kind of have to lose yourself when it comes to this. Kind of have to. Kind of have to, a little bit. And you're trying really hard not to, but it's going to happen. Probably near Gemini season, you'll see that it's just too intense. It's too intense. You just can't just carry that weight and stand up straight. It's getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And then once you let loose and surrender, you'll see that you have no reason to worry. You're safe. You're safe to surrender to this. What's the advice? What is the advice? Man, be picky and choosy who you connect with. Very picky and choosy. Because like I said, you ain't got no contract with nobody besides this person. So, everybody I have ever met who is currently with their actual person gets tested before that person shows up. They're tested. And honestly, those of you who do successfully end up attracting your person, you'll see that it's actually really simple. Really, really simple. It's not really complicated or convoluted at all to be able to find out who you should and shouldn't be messing with. Not complicated at all. Like I said, you gonna know. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Everybody I've ever met who is currently with their actual person all has one thing in common. They all say the same thing. They don't necessarily say, I knew they were the one. Some of them do. But the one thing that they all say is, I knew immediately that I could trust them. Immediately. I don't care what kind of trust issues you got. I don't care how high your walls are. When you meet your actual person, you will know immediately that you can trust them. You will know immediately what their intentions are. And I can't really put words behind how you'll know. That's hard to describe. You know that feeling that you get when you see your person off in the corner of the room by themselves typing a text, and you say, oh, who's that? Oh, that's my uncle. And then it hits you. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That ain't your uncle. And no, it is not. And then you're sitting there thinking, I don't really believe you. But then, you don't want to feel that, so you just talk yourself into it. No, I'm just being paranoid. No, I'm just being paranoid. No, I'm sure it's your uncle. And then you talk yourself into believing them. You know that feeling? Or when you ask somebody, so what'd you do this weekend? And they're like, me and my friends went out and, went bowling and, went out and got chicken wings or whatever. And you're like, you're hiding something. You're hiding something. That ain't all you did this weekend. There's something in there you're not telling me. But then you just kind of talk yourself into, no, I'm just making shit. I'm just paranoid. No, that can't be true. And then you start consciously trying to talk yourself into believing them. That will be entirely absent. Entirely. And I don't care what kind of trust issues you have. That will be entirely absent. You will not feel that feeling at all. Now, you might have a couple of little thoughts. You might hear a little bit of monkey chatter up in your head based on your past experiences, but that feeling, it won't have that feeling that hits you in the gut, that will be entirely absent. So, be prepared to possibly be tested before you meet your actual person. Okay? Pay attention to the simple little common sense shit. And basically the test will be, are you ready to evolve or repeat? Pay attention to how it feels. Pay attention to the energy between you and anybody you connect with. You ain't gonna have to lay awake at night driving yourself nuts. If you just pay attention to how it feels, you'll know immediately. Very simple. Very simple. All right. Now we're gonna look at the person from the past. Past person. If you are not inquiring about a person from the past, this is not for you. I've been telling some of the other signs. Here over the past couple of months, I've done a dozen readings at least where somebody comes to me and they say, all the YouTube readings keep saying that somebody is coming back. Who is it? And I'll have to ask them, well, are you inquiring about a past person? No. Well, I don't know about the other readers, but if you're not inquiring about a past person, my past person reading is not for you. All right, let's see here. Person from the past. Uh-oh. Death card reversed. Hang on. Hody-do, hody-do. Let's see. Devil card. Uh-oh, I know that is the Capricorn card, but I don't think that's your energy. World card. Ah, okay, you know what that means, right? This means I'm coming forward to get closure, but I ain't really trying to get closure. I'm going to disguise it as closure, but I'm really trying to slither up in there, right? Wheel of Fortune reverse, man. Yeah. And I see that come through a lot too. People be like, am I going to get closure? And I'm like, it ain't really closure that you want, is it? No, it ain't. It ain't really closure that you want. You trying to slide back up in there and try it again. That's not closure. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen here. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. This person probably going to show up in your inbox talking about some, I want to let you know that I'm sorry for the way things turned out. I hope you move on and find the person that you're meant to be with and all this cute shit, But they ain't really trying to close it out. They're trying to dress it up and make it sound like, ooh, I miss you. They're trying to make you react that way. Like, oh, I miss you. Oh, I want to get with you. See if they can reel you back in. Devil card, death card reversed. Bullshit closure is what it is. Yeah, okay. Because there's actually a third party involved here, I think, for a lot of you. Maybe, especially those of you who got left for somebody else, right? And it ain't working out too well with them. How many times you see that scenario play itself out? Person leaves for somebody else, then as soon as it goes wrong, then they run back to the other person, right? Okay. All right. Let's dig up their intentions a little bit deeper. See if I can peel a layer back and see what's going on down there at the deepest level. What do they really want with you? They're trying to reconcile with you? Or are they just trying to get laid? What are they doing? What are they doing? Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Now, see, they're trying to open communication up with you is what they're doing. They try to open communication up with you. They want to see whether or not you're still interested in them. Yeah, okay. That's what they do, and they just trying to test you just to see whether or not you're still interested in them. And then, so far, I don't think you have to worry about this person trying too hard. From what it's telling me, if you come across completely uninterested and like ain't no fucking chance, then they'll more than likely go ahead and just get that closure, right? But they really trying to just test and see how you feel. That's what it really is. They ain't really trying to get closure. No. They probably gonna throw a pity party, see if they can get you to feel sorry for them. That's the pity party card right there. Boo-hoo, poor me, poor pitiful me. It's been so hard for me. Oh, I've been struggling. I ain't been having a good time. Boo-hoo, 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 you know. Okay. See. Check it out, man. They haven't had a very successful time replacing you. Incomplete karmic cycle here. They still feel karmically tied to you. Well, let's get a couple cards, seeing how this is playing itself out. Are you going to fall for it, or are you going to stand strong? Let's see. Is Capricorn going to fall for this bullshit, or are you going to stand strong and do what needs to be done? Let's see. Knight of Wands reverse. Now you're putting a stop to it. Emperor. Yeah, you taking control of this situation. You are taking control of this situation. It might end up leading to some drama, for real. It might. It very well may. Especially, I don't think the majority of you have to worry about this, but every now and then, sometimes you'll get somebody who don't want to take no for an answer, you know? Oh, that pisses me off. Oh my God. That's one way to boil my fucking blood. I don't know. I'm a fixed sign though. Maybe it's a fixed sign thing. I don't know. But it's like when I say no and you keep trying to poke and twist and poke and twist, that's one way to get me to blow up. I've been working on that for a couple of years now. But oh, that pisses me off. And it might for some of you too, you know, trying to change your mind and manipulate you and persuade you and shit like that. Bow, you know, but you ain't playing that game. You ain't playing that game. I don't even think that needs advice. We'll see if there is any advice though. Let's see. Maybe there's some advice that I haven't mentioned. Any advice for Capricorn? Any advice? Advice. Oops. All right, star card. Boom, death card. Close this cycle out. Keep this person at an arm's distance. Keep communication very neutral, casual, and I would even go as far as to say keep it somewhat cold, you know, especially if they try to poke at your emotions to see what kind of reaction they can get out of you, you know, like, oh man, I'm so sad because my dog died, you know, something like that. Remain very neutral. Damn, that's a bummer. Sorry to hear about that. That's it. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get my rent paid this month. I might get kicked out. Damn, that sucks. That's no good. And leave it at that, right? You know how when they people try to play conversational ping pong? Don't play conversational ping pong where somebody starts saying things that backs you into a corner. You know what I'm talking about when somebody starts saying things that backs you into a corner and leaves you with no choice but to respond the way they want you to respond, or it makes you look like the bad person. Don't play that fucking game. Be the bad guy then. Be the bad guy then if you have to. Don't play that game. Okay? Use this as an opportunity to close this out. That's an opportunity for you to close this out and release and shed that past vibrational baggage. Okay? So, this could, for some of you, especially if this was long term, especially those of you who dealt with something long term, it could take at least the rest of 2024 to start healing from this. That's very possible. There's no one size fits all for this kind of thing, but very, very generally, in a high percentage of cases, when you have a long-term relationship, don't be expecting to be healed from this in 2 or 3 months. Oh no. Not if y'all were together for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You ain't gonna be healed from this in 2 or 3 months. You need to be willing to dedicate no less than the entirety of 2024 to start healing. Start. Okay? Start healing. And the quicker you can shed the vibrational baggage of a person who does not need to be in your life and is weighing you down energetically, the quicker you can become a frequency match to attract your actual person, okay? All right, man. I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn friends needed to hear, so I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm going to get out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.